Alright, so I'm getting pretty tired for the night. I do need to finish up with Joanna Smith because we're just now getting to the part where we're talking more on this about the situation with Natalie and Alicia and all of them. Keep in mind that with all of these, there were also telephone conversations that, try as I might, I didn't get to keep them all. My phones kept getting too full of evidence for me to save anymore, and my technical abilities and lack of computer to begin with created a lot of issues for me. There are some things like that flip phone. I took a lot of pictures of the conversations there, and those will be posted up. I'm going to finish up Joanna Smith's first, and then I have to go through, just on the internet, Shanae Woodall, Casey Langley, Crystal Boyansky, Grace Newton, Aaron Cockerham, Bambino Brazy, Wanda Lynn, Dan Faber, Shaylin A. Lewis, Karen Hayes, Susie Taki, Stephanie Ward, Becca Eminently Klang, Wanda Lynn, Jessica Lynn, Chelsea Brown, Bane Kens, Missy. There's like 4 or 5 different Missies. It's creepy. Francine Miller, Allie Walker, Lily Marie, Katie Cahill, Crystal Whitcope, Heather Kasim, Ciara Adams, Lauren Beth Hay, Christy Michelle, and there's an even larger list in here. Roger McCarville, and of course Natalie and Alicia Bollinger. I'm sorry that I don't have those telephones anymore. The world needs to know what the United States is really like. It's not a bunch of rich people. It's 3 distinct classes. You've got the grossly rich. You've got the people who think they're middle class because they get to borrow credit. And then you've got the slave class. Also, I need to go through, this is a list of witnesses: Linda Elliott, Case Morris, Ben Beardsley, Lan Engeline, James Golden, Amanda Engeline, Mariah Roy, Jerry Sparks, Jenny Frericks, Sam Wilkins, Brandon Jepson, Angela Wade, Eric Schwartz, Tara Hicks, Veronica Randall, Alicia Bollinger, Brenda Dickinson, Maddie Boa. Alright, we already did Maddie Boa. Lexi Woods, Veronica Bruce, Pierre Byron, Amanda Payne, Andrew Witcher, Amy Witcher, Jamie Curtis, Todd Rust, Laura Nelson, Tom Nelson, David Nelson, TJ Payne, Jessica Martindale, Joshua Martindale, Justine Martindale, Brent Jepson, Officer Will, Jessica Martindale's husband, his name is William Barr. The whole Jepson family: Dana, Rory, Jason, Gary, Mary, Sean, Cammie, Christopher Tapp, Brian Townsend, Brenda Dickinson, Mary Schwartz, Brian Schwartz, Roberta Richards, Mackenzie, Devin Cockerill, Teresa Orn, Brandy Copen, Neil DiMuccio, Candice Dale, Mark Swanigan, Lori Dale, Desiree Leonard, Brandon Ratner, Brett Roloff, Darren O'Connor, Dee Dee Klang, Rachel Klang, Derek Parrish, Janine Barrett, Rochelle Shelley Campbell, Danica Lachelle Garner, Christopher Weaver, Shauna Sinclair, Mandy Singer, Rose Kelly, Ted Bollinger, Megan Christie, Christine Buhit, Bridget, Steve, what's his last name? I already have an interview with him on here. Tombleson, Mateo Talbot, Alex Furman, Tabitha Cook, Kevin Javon Hubert, Tim Beeson, Todd Ryan Case, Amanda Daniels, Josh Hughes, Molly Smith, Jace Jepson, Gilbert Ortega, Kayla Manning, Kayla Trujillo, Shannon Alvarado, Tara Hicks, Dan Fabert, Brenda Dickinson, Mandy Hughes, Graham. Actually, I have his last name written down over here somewhere on a piece of paper that he wrote. Amy Spencer, Katie Kate, Katie Doty, Ben Beardsley, Ken Wilson, David and Bo, Osha, Polly Olson, Diane Boatman, Zach Boatman, Jasmine, Derek Apodaca, Missy Layla Johnson, Evan Daca, Selena Maestas, Karamia, Sarah Miller, Sarah Johnson, Sarah Bacon, Sally Treon, Kara Johnson, Pauline Fiorentino, Hannah Joss, Melissa Joss, Michael Pennington, Victor King, Rihanna Ingersoll, Nicole, that's Rihanna Ingersoll's sister, Dawn Bird, Leah Plunkett, Tim Acosta, Jeremy Elliott, Joanna we already did, Janine Barrett, Mahalia Jean-Pierre, Stephen McMillian, aka Mobley. There's two names under that I can't read. Oh, Kimberly Vola Martinez. Casey Hernandez. Andre, I can't read it. It's underneath something. I wrote it on a detention facility piece of paper. It's a medical grievance form. Joshua Jackson, Rob Townsend, Enrique LeBaron, Admas Gabramichael, Kelly Wilmuth, Jeff Baldridge, Becky Ryder, Stephen Green, Mariah Roy, Zach Mandrake, Corbin Bailey, Bailey Beers, Oshie Hibden, Amy Kingery, Clyde Townsend, Mike Boudette, Pam, who works for the Boulder County Jail, Josh, who works for Mike Boudette, Jennifer Dujowski of Nancy Grace, apparently, Jacob Mann, George Helmstetter, Deshawn, Oscar Savage, Alandis Lacey, Ryan Parker, Michael Olmstead, Robert Rucker, Oswaldo Hernandez, Josh, who I have a number for him, Kenneth Jackson, Khalil Blackwood, Cody Arndt, Antonio Derail Pena, Jeffrey Ritchie, aka Irish, I knew him from Pearl Street, Charles Carabello, Davis Crowell, David With, Tennille Ellis, Victor West, Lamont Martin Anderson, Noah Benson Matthews, David With. I think I already wrote David With. Oh, here's his phone number here. That's why it's written twice. Juan Antonio Sanchez and Elias Har. And then Nicole Gerald, Nicole Peralta, Jen Beebe, Jeff Ritter, Kara Heller, Tamara. She's with Region 1. She's a badass. If she'd stayed on her job instead of quitting, things could have turned out a lot differently. Jay Lynn, Lisette Brown, Tara Miller, Amanda Balehash, Zoe Tanner, Catherine Hay, Chap Public Defender, whose name I don't know, Pamela Cardy, Jessica, Victor King, John Greenlee, Emily Fiscus, Steve McMillian, Amelia Power, Jeff Ortiz, Matt Bartles, Bill Burr, Dwight Pruss, Polly Olson, Sheriff DaCosta, Cody Selhorst, Jared Hahn, Deputy Anderson, Deputy Andrews, Deputy Offen, Deputy Astorga, Deputy Harriman, Deputy Burkhart, Deputy Williams, Deputy Habau, Deputy Wortham, Deputy Conley, Deputy Carley, Deputy McRae, Deputy Franklin, Deputy Calloway, Deputy Macareno, Deputy Clan Haskell, Deputy Vigil, I'm not sure what this one is, Deputy Bwensley, Deputy Higgins, Deputy Sala, Deputy Ballard, Deputy Cook, Deputy Miller, Deputy Peterson in Booking, Deputy Peterson in Pod 1, Deputy Biptoni, he's the one who gave me the protection order while I was incarcerated, that I was obviously not allowed to go to. This is one of those illegal things that they did to prevent me from being able to go to court. Deputy Dickinson, Deputy Bruno, Deputy Walsh, Deputy Thorne, Deputy Alcozy, Deputy Calloway, Deputy Mullerud, Deputy Montoya Collis, Deputy Spain Madrigal, Deputy O'Neill, Deputy Beatty, Deputy Teagan, Deputy Sadler, Deputy Green, Deputy Ferguson, Deputy Henderson, Sergeant Henderson, Deputy Diestra, Deputy Solomon, Deputy Foley, Deputy McKinnon, Deputy Tucker, Detective Jai Rogers, Detective Peterson, Sergeant Pippin, Deputy Beamer, Deputy Weatherspoon, Deputy DeCino, Deputy Nielsen of Adams County, Dexter, who is the mental health worker in Arapahoe County, Jennifer, Michael Beard of Haxton, Michael West of Boulder, Officer Lolatai, Officer Burke, Officer Vanderleest, Officer Amanda Jonas, Officer Brian Valenzuela. But before we do all that, here's a statement. I, Sean Schwartz, am 37 years old, live at. I am giving this statement to who has identified themselves as a Dual County Sheriff's Office employee. I hereby knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily give this statement of my own free will. On the 28th of April 2018, I was being harassed by a violent criminal named Ted Bollinger, who used his daughter's YouTube account to attempt to threaten and coerce me into going with him, talking to him. I called 911. I was in Nebraska for my grandmother's funeral when he started harassing me, asking for a phone number his daughter, whose account he was on, already had. Ted Bollinger has a history of violence as well as being a sexual predator, and I am a disabled person and was treated by Deputy Anderson in a dismissive way. Anderson did not look into the incident and did not write a report on the incident, according to Sheriff Costa and Desiree Messigatis. By the way, I went to school with her. Deputy Anderson's attitude and actions on the 28th of April 2018 put me at farther risk by this man, Ted Bollinger, as well as putting his daughter, Alicia Bollinger, at risk, as you guys who know she went missing and was on a high-speed chase with the man are well fucking aware. Those of you who read the email from Miss Natalie, know that this man had his daughters selling drugs on Pearl Street in Boulder, Colorado when they were 13 years of age, and used to get drunk and beat on them and use them as sexual favors. Anyway, as well as putting his daughter Alicia Bollinger at risk, Ted's other daughter, Natalie, who is Alicia's twin, was murdered in December. Thousands of people have taken part in harassing, misleading, slandering, assaulting, coercing me, as well as destroying evidence in this case. The YouTube account associated with the incident was destroyed, but I kept screenshots of the harassment as well as proof that Ted Bollinger was destroying evidence of the harassment. Ted claimed he wanted to talk, but was unwilling to do so when the deputy was involved. This was not in Deputy Anderson's report because he did not make one, and was not on his body cam. His refusal to take the situation seriously has led to serious psychological consequences for me and has put me in a state of fear of local law enforcement who failed to properly document the incident or even take it seriously. I still have evidence of the incident and feel that this evidence should be collected, although it is 2 months late in being collected. The incident happened at Nettie's Treasures on Main Street in Chapel, Nebraska. Um, that's not even close to all of it. There's also some stories here of the 4th of July. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of writing. I've been doing my best to try to make sure that it's proper in its timeline. And Seth Payton, you can suck my dick.